gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, you need counseling, feel free to contact me. 339-1670 or call my office at 237-3135 and leave your information. Those of you who are looking for a property to buy or have property to sell, you can also contact me. 339-1670 or call my office at 237-3135 and they will give you all the information that is necessary. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, like and share our page as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Now viewers, now is a good time to call your friends, call your family, message them, the little WhatsApp, the little phone call, let them know Saieed is about to go live on Real Talk with the events of the day. Like I said, I thank you for making Real Talk the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. And I hope by the end of August, we might be the second most viewed in the Caribbean. So I want to thank you for that, the viewers of Real Talk. Now, as we start off tonight's program, the Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, have signed a US $200 million. In TT, it is 1.36 billion. A loan agreement on Tuesday with the Development Bank of Latin America to finance road construction and rehabilitation in Trinidad. The Minister of Finance, Colin Imbert, made this announcement via his Twitter page on Tuesday night. According to the Minister of Finance, this will include projects such as the Point Fortin Highway, Curab Interchange, Toko Road, and also road safety and traffic management. The company noted that the loan will be used through construction, rehabilitation, and maintenance of road access and an overpass, together with the management and planning action carried out by the Minister of Works and Transport. That is the Ministry of Works and Transport. So now viewers, I want to ask a question. Not too long ago, our Minister of Finance said our economy is booming. The economy turned around, we don't have to worry. Now listen to this. They have allocated funds for the Curab Interchange from start to finish. But a percentage out of this, $200 million, a percentage out of that money, according to Colin Imbert, will go to the Curab Interchange. So what I want to ask tonight is, if you have allocated money already for the Curab Interchange from foundation to finish, why are you taking a percentage out of $200 million and putting it towards the construction of the Curab Interchange? You see things like this, you always miss out. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Mr. Saieed, how much loan, how many loans are they taking, or they have since taken for road work? And all the things that they just call out there, they keep taking loans for that, Mr. Saieed.
Yes.
They feel that we are stupid in this country. Mr. Saieed, that is for campaigning. That is for election. That is not to fix anything. And all that money that they are taking, going into works and transport. You understand? And Rohan Sandanan is the campaign manager for the PNM. Nobody in this country is stupid, Mr. Saeed. Look at how long they set up that little piece of walkover from the Hyatt, right from the grounds of the waterfront, straight into the promenade. Mr. Saeed, they told us that was going to cost 14 million at that time, and it should have been finished already.
Oh yeah.
Why it is that it's still it's a work in progress? You know, they really take the people of this country for fools. But you know what? They will get the shock of their life. Thanks a lot, Mr. Saeed.
Thank you, my dear. This will include projects such as the Point 14 Highway. If I am not mistaken, didn't they get back money from OAS to finish that project? I'm just asking. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, this is a boy here, boy. Listen, Imbert went and borrowed money in Washington, D.C., 75 million on behalf of Republic Bank. Republic Bank.
Thank you. They talk about road safety and traffic management. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
I want to find out something, right? You know, there's gas, right? They take us 5% per year now, taxing you gas for road fixing, for construction for roads. So where that money going?
That, I was going to ask that.
Because years now they take us, they fixing the road for us to their money. We pay for, we drivers pay for, we put gas or diesel.
Yes.
And it's 5% going to road tax. Where that money going?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, I want you all to understand, we are already paying road tax. If there is let's just say there's 500,000 vehicles, 500,000 vehicles on the road, and every day we fill in we tank. Where is all that money going? So when you say now you come and you borrow 200 million US, $1.36 billion, it left for me to ask you, where is our road tax money going? And I want you, the citizen, to ask yourself the same thing. Ask yourself the same thing. Where is our road tax money going? Why are we paying road tax if the government have to go and borrow money elsewhere? You see, I am not here to fool you, you know. I am here to educate you. That is what I am here for, to educate you all. Including the Point 14 Highway. You all claim all get back X amount of dollars from OAS to continue the highway, but yet you include the Point 14 Highway on a $200 million that you borrowed. Caller, good night.
Good evening again, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, just as we on this topic of the roads, right? What I'm wondering, what about like rural areas, like people who live in these traces and things where the roads bad, bridges bad, the drainage. What about these areas? Like all these areas are things that are always bypassed.
Yes.
So I guess the votes from these areas don't count. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, this is why I want to educate you all so you would understand what's going on. You're already paying road tax, but now you come to tell the people now you borrow 200 million US to facilitate road But you shock me there. So where's our road tax money going? Why don't you come out and tell the population how much money you have collected from road tax, from gas tax that goes towards the road? Come out and tell the public that. Don't tell the public you're borrowing 200 million. We want to know where our gas tax for the road is going. That is what we want to know. We don't want to know you borrowed 200 million. I would definitely like to know. I am paying X amount on gas. It goes for the fixing the road. Well, how much have you collected for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months? How much did you accumulate? Well, you come out and tell the public that. You think about it. You, the viewers, think about it. Local and regional, think about it. Now, you all would love this one. This one is every year we go through the same thing. Only 2 weeks left for the new school term to begin. I understand that no work have yet begun on the Gasparilla Reform Hindu School. The Minister of Finance yesterday, that was Tuesday, have signed a $200 million US dollar loan agreement for roads in Trinidad, yet our school are not being constructed. Real Talk contacted the PTA president, Ms. Shirley Ann Ramdalo, and the councillor for the Reform Manahambri area, Chris Hussain. They both told us that no work have yet been done on the Gasparilla Reform Hindu School, even though the Minister of Education, Anthony Garcia, met with them, the parents of the school, and gave them his assurance that the school will be completed soon. Now, I wonder if soon means 2019 or 2020. The councillor of the Reform Manahambri area, Chris Hussain, told Real Talk that he will take every step necessary, even going to the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, if the parents so desire, in order to get the Gasparilla Reform School open.
Only 2 weeks before school reopens, and we have seen absolutely no action on the school. There has been no correspondence from the ministry, and the minister has been very silent on the issue. I recall a while ago, some of the parents did meet with the minister. They protested and so on, and he gave them the assurance that the school would be completed. I guess that is one of the, is another failed promise from another PNM politician, because it's only 2 weeks to school, and I know when September comes, the students of the Reform Hindu School will have to be cramped into small classrooms where they are squatting on the temple grounds for yet another school year, because no action has taken place on that site since. I am standing with the parents, and I'm standing with the administration of the school and all the stakeholders involved. We have protested on numerous occasions, and the minister has not been forthcoming with a response. So if the parents so desire to take this protest and they take the challenge up to the Prime Minister, then I will stand with them 100%, and we will continue to clamor for a facility that is conducive to learning for these students, where they will not have to be cramped in small classrooms anymore. I know the MP for the constituency of Naparima, Mr. Rodney Charles, he has taken up this issue in the Parliament on quite a number of occasions, and still there has been no answer forthcoming from the minister on this issue. Last year, I recall during the budget debate, the MP for Naparima did raise this issue in Parliament as well, and he continues to raise this issue at the parliamentary level, and still no action has been taking place. So I will continue to liaise with the MP as well, and both the MP and myself will continue to fight for the new reform in the school.
"250 students are still being housed at the church on the rock, as no works have yet to begin on the Lower Morvan Government Primary School. The school was demolished in 2014, and almost 6 years now, and no work have begun on the school. However, the Minister of Finance is allocating 1.36 billion to develop roads in Trinidad and Tobago. So this is what I just always say. This is what I just always say. And you all have been hearing me saying it on numerous occasions. The Minister of Works and Transport, Rohan Sinanan, they are allocating money for roads. And up to now, the Minister of Education can't seem to get money to fix schools. So last, I was asking you all, how many ministers are there on the PNM? Because if the UNC have 41, how come we are only hearing about Faris? We are hearing about Rohan. We are hearing about Stuart Young. We are hearing about Marley McDonald. We are hearing about the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley. What about the rest? Call her good night. Real Talk also spoke to the councillor for the Rosilak area, Ms. Chandra Ramdari Singh, who told us that the Rosilak school was supposed to be on the list of schools promised by the minister to be built. However, when the list was produced by the Minister of Education, the Rosilak school was nowhere to be found on the list. And we're going again. She indicated that the MP for the area, Nicole Olivier, isn't aware that the Rosilak school falls under her constituents because she has not yet made any statement about the school in Parliament.
Tournament trips, the PTA together with the principal went to the ministry on several occasions, and not a single thing, promises were made. In fact, we were told that we would have been in the listing for 2019. And in fact, when the list was produced, the school was not on that listing. So what else could we do? I think the PTA, together with the principal and the villagers, did all that they could have done to point out the issues and the condition under which the children have to go to school, but they didn't heed anything at all. The member of parliament for Ludbury, we don't even see her, we don't hear her in this part of her constituency. We don't know if she knows that this is part of her constituency, because ever since, she became the minister, MP, I don't think she ever visited this part of Rosilak Otili. I did not see her in any of the protest action or the media releases. Did she make any statement at all concerning the Rosilak Hindu school, which falls within her constituency? I am not even sure that she's aware that this school falls in her constituency, because she has not once even made a statement or did anything to show us that she cares about the children in this area.
Ms. Chandra Ramdari Singh is urging the Minister of Education, Anthony Garcia, to have a heart and complete the school so that their children can finally leave the community center, which they have been housed for at least almost 6 years to date.
I would like to say to the Minister of Education, have a heart. think of what you would do for your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren and do it for the people's children. Think of all these children who have to go in this kind of weather, in this kind of season, and go into a rat infestation. There's bushes around that school, people's property, cockroaches, you know, and look at the condition under which the children have to use the toilet facilities. Think of it. Lie down. Take a minute and search yourself and see if this is what you would like for your children or your grandchildren. And I'm sure you will get some answers. But, you know, these people don't have a heart. Have a heart.
Now, viewers, how come works and transport? How come Rohan Sinanan, together with the Minister of Finance, how come they could allocate money to fix roads? According to a column in Bert, you just heard me saying he signed a $200 million US deal to fix roads in Trinidad and Tobago. Right. Keep that in mind and listen to what I'm going to say. Today, the Education Minister, Anthony Garcia, said that 194 primary and secondary schools have been earmarked for repair, but only 119 schools will be repaired during the remainder of the vacation. The Education Minister noted that school repair will cost $25.5 million. Finance Minister borrowing $200 million US to fix road. But according to the Education Minister, 119 schools will be repaired during the remainder of the vacation. That is almost 2 weeks before school opens. And the cost of $25.5 million. So you tell me, what happened to the rest of schools? How many schools can be repaired in the next 2 weeks? You the viewers be the judge. You the parent, feel free to call in and complain about your school in the area. Tell them about the MP, tell them about the councillor. 237-3135. He noted, and I quote, some of the projects are small ones, and the repair will not affect the reopening of the schools for the new school term, end quote. Well, that is a normal thing with us here every year. Every year. Garcia said that he wants to ensure that when schools are reopened, that all schools are in a state of readiness to accept children. He said that the ministry may not complete all the schools in Trinidad. However, that does not mean school will not be open on time. Garcia said more than 50% of schools are old. You now acknowledge that? You now acknowledge that? And it is the ministry mandate to ensure they are up to standard. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
And good night to this country, and good night to all of these jokers and them that run in this administration. You telling me in 2 weeks' time again, you go finish all that school. Who they really trying to fool, my friend?
All the people all the time.
Why them people playing games with people, children, boy? You have MP. Do him know that a school boundary to her constituency? You telling me she never know that? What kind of jokers that PNM people, you know, why don't people pack up and go from around this and run this country, boy? Why don't you do that? And make life easy for people. You telling me she don't know her boundary? She don't know school fall in a constituency? You telling me that, boy? And you telling me also you're a minister of agriculture? I see it in the news yesterday in both countries that Boston Pandey and the USP beautify and put things in place. You neglect that place. You neglect it. The minister said he didn't know. He didn't know what to cut off from there. He said he didn't know what's going on. He have an idea.
Ooh.
But come the end of the next month, he will see what he could do. You understand? That fella is a joker, boy. And Rowley play games in front of them. I see Leon, they put him now. They move him. Why don't you give Leon a ministry? Why don't you give Hines a ministry? You understand? You give the peers, the former peers, which is Lewis. You understand? Who cannot talk. She said she can learn a lot. And she have intention of boosting the internet services and so forth. You understand? Why don't people don't understand that people right now is
Call, are you there? Thank you anyhow. Reform Manahambri Councillor Chris Hussein responded to the Education Minister comment via a phone call with Real Talk Studios.
But this is not something that is new. Every year you would hear the Minister of Education saying, yes, the schools will be repaired before the opening of the school term. And when the school term comes around, you have so many schools that are still in a state of disrepair, and it hampers the children from, beginning the school term on time. But the situation at the Reform Hindu School is a unique one, whereas it is not simply school repairs that needs to be done, but it is the completion of a school. This school was about 95% completed under the partnership government, and when the partnership demitted office in September 2015, it has been left in ruins by this current administration because they have taken no steps to furnish the school or to do simple repairs or upkeep to the building that was 95% completed by the partnership government. So it is not a matter of just doing repairs on existing schools. It is a matter of completing the school. And of course, it will take a lot more now because they have allowed that building to run into disrepair over the past 4 years.
Mr. Hussein noted that the Ministry of Education, Mr. Anthony Garcia, you all need to get your act together. Caller, good night.
a very, very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
And to you, my friend.
Thank you very much. The late Dr. Eric Williams once said in a public meeting that the future of the nation is in the children's book bags.
Yes.
I would like Mr. Garcia to digest that. Every year, during the national budget, the biggest chunk of the budget always go to education. National security will come in second, health third, whatnot. However, let's say an average of between 6 and 7 billion for the last 4 years. 7 4s are 28 billion. There should be a forensic audit. The Auditor General should step in and let's see how that money is spent and what exactly is happening. And this morning on Breaking Dawn, Stephen Rees has read out a report from the Auditor General, and it was frightening. Every single ministry had discrepancies by 80 million, 200 million, and this is how it was going. All the best.
Thank you, my friend. You see, at the beginning of every school term, we hear the same thing. It's the same thing, just keep revolving over and over and over, and it's like they don't want to fix it. Just imagine, Ms. Olivier don't even know if that school fall under her constituency. So what kind of minister are you? When you was touring the area, correct me if I am wrong. But I know I am right 100%. When you tour in your constituency, you just go on every major road, you will go on every back road, and you will also go on every trace once you don't have a house there. Am I right? Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Mr. Saeed,
Yes?
the only reason why not the Ministry of Works getting all that money, I tell you already. Check out Roger Canish, who used to work for Colin Imbert as the engineer.
Yeah, I know.
Carl,
I know. I know how the whole line and run. I know all the ranks of all of them. Where they used to work, where they're working now, the salary. I know everything, you know. When a minister is campaigning, they go on every main road, every back road, and every trace. Once they know there's house there, they are going. Call good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Yes, all those things, right? Government employment have been created for the organs for the employment. We have no builders and contractors here. Give us to contractors these work. And we employ 10 workers for the organs and by the children and books and things. We save money. All these schools are done already with camp and we are here. They created employment for the children, parents, and books to them. Not one minister gets a lot of money to make it for themselves. To say they were selling it and buy some books for some children or buy some books for poor children. No, they left it that way. They are grateful. Still, some of have money in that way, they can take it. But the wicked, God will judge them just over that story. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley asked the president to revoke his appointment as Public Administration Minister. A few days back, he appointed himself as the Public Administrator for Trinidad and Tobago. A few days up the road, he asked the president to revoke his appointment. He also instructed the president to revoke the appointment of Gavin, Mr. Gavin Simonette, as senator and assign, Miss Alison West, who is currently the minister in the Ministry of Finance, as Public Administration Minister. So what happened? Come back to me, guys, when you're done on that. Let the public see what's taking place. What happened to the rest of ministers? Mr. MP, do you have confidence in the rest of the ministers? It's something I am asking you. Do you have confidence in the rest of ministers? You will tell me 41 people sitting down on the PNM side. And you have to give one minister 2 and 3 portfolios. Why? Why? Come out and tell the public why you're doing that. What happened to the rest of ministers? They cannot talk? They cannot see? What happened to them? They're uneducated, or they're just sitting in parliament there and just so-called ministers just to wear a suit? I don't know, I'm asking a question. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I have a problem going on in Aruka. Every time my mother comes from the state, she just had a call to Napuna Regional Corporation to come and clean the drain now. Now, she's only come once a year. And when she comes, she just had a call, Mr. I don't want to call him the councillor name. And she just call him personally, and he will send the people out. Now, since she leave in December, nobody come and clean the drain.
Wow.
I don't know if for election to come and clean it.
What area is this? Give us the exact drain lineage. Hello, you there?
It's Bonnet Gardens.
Bonnet Gardens.
Yeah.
So, what you're telling the viewers now is only once a year that is clean the drain?
Yeah, only when you come and call them, they just clean the drain. My mother come from the States.
Wow. Thank you, my friend. The most important thing is that the public know what is taking place now. Once a year, the drain is being cleaned. So you see, viewers, every day they're working, and about once a year, you're cleaning the drain. He also instructed the president to appoint Mr. Foster Cumming as senator and appoint Adrian Lyons as parliamentary secretary in the Minister of Public Utilities. So I want to know, if you have 41 of them sitting on your side, why one minister have to have 2 and 3 portfolio? Monday, you ask the president to appoint you now, Mr. MP. You as the Minister of Public Administration, not long after, before the week done, you appoint somebody else. What happened to the rest of ministers? Are they afraid to open their mouth? Or are they afraid you would ask the president to fire them? I don't know. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Right ahead.
Good night. I have a different thing. They come and they take your phone, they take out all the wires, and they say they're giving you some kind of line. I can't even remember that name, how they Mr. Saieed, since we get that phone, the whole of Waterloo Road, that phone, if you say hello, it's gone. Hello, it's gone. And when I call the amplifier or whatever its name, that one go say, in 48 hours actually, that is not last week Friday, Mr. Saieed, the week before Friday. And would you believe, every time you call, give me your name and your number. Give me your name and your number. Mr. Saieed, what these people doing?
Okay, let me ask you a question. What area is this?
This is Waterloo Road in Aruka.
What road?
Waterloo Road in Aruka.
Waterloo Road in Aruka.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Saieed Ali. Thank you.
You see, this is the thing that's getting me, you know. All these ministers, you're campaigning for election. But when they get into power, this is the problem, that is the problem, you can't see them, they're too busy, not even a representative coming. But you all now want to come the next 5 years for we now to vote you back into power, which we never have seen you for the last 4 years and some odd months. Now you come back. Will you come back begging? Huh? You see, this is the thing with ministers. If all let's stick to all the constituency, let me tell you something. The Minister of Education, Minister of Road, Minister of Public Utilities, if every minister stick to their constituency and make sure their constituency have everything, don't you think when the next 5 years reach, don't you think they will vote you back in? It's a simple question. Very simple. Say, for us so educated and you all don't know about that, think about it. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
It's a man on Facebook that's bad talking to Mr. Saieed.
Me?
Yeah.
But he free to say what he want.
His name is Mr. Samuel Stafford.
He free to say what he wants. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you something. At the end of the day, none of them cannot come and stand next to me right here and do what I'm doing. And I'm bold about it. But talk me let the world see. Side this, side that, side the next. But come and stand up right next to me here. Come. So that's why I just who want a bad talk, let a bad talk. At the end of the day, when the camera rolling, they're afraid to come. And they go put up a picture with a puppy and a fake name and the bad talking down the line. But come in the public domain. Let the public know who you are. Stand firm. These are things that get me stronger, you know. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
I understand the government take a big loan again.
Yes, boy.
And when you hear that loan come, look out for devaluation to the come.
Oh, God. Oh, God, caller. You call to hot up Trinidad and Tobago. But let me give you a correction there. It's not a devaluation of the dollar, you know. Look out for 2 or 3 other taxes coming out. Yes. Caller, good night.
Hey, Saieed, good night, brother.
My brother.
Let me tell you something. All of them ministers are such a puppet boy. But you know, people don't understand what's going on in this country, you know. There's only 2 million in this country, in but and lovely. All you have to do is that puppet, how many ministers are calling them? They don't go by lovely, cap in hand. Garcia, poor Garcia. They don't go by lovely, they don't want Garcia can fix the school. He don't go by lovely and beg lovely and beg lovely. He say, boy, move from by the, when I tell me what deal with you. There is little boys, but there is puppet. Lovely and them, but there's the 2 million in this country. All you have to do is that a cardboard ministers. And all you have to understand that, I'm gone.
Thank you, my friend. Lavantil East and Morva MP Adrian Lyons said the circumstances which led to the Prime Minister firing Marlene MacDonald as Public Administration Minister did not influence his new appointment as Parliamentary Secretary in the Public Utility Ministry. Lyons was sworn in by Acting President Christine Kangaloo at the President Cottage in St. Anne's yesterday. Lyons noted that he was happy to be the new Minister of Public Administration. My friend, I am happy for you too. I am happy for you too. Don't feel I am sad or saddened by what took place. No, I am happy for you too. You got the opportunity. I wish you all the best, but I expect you to perform in your portfolio. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Good night. Good night, Mr. Ali.
You there? Guess we lost that. Housing Minister and MP for Point 14, Edmund Dillon.
Roughly, approximately.
We have the sheriff there, you know, Mr. Dillon. Edmund Dillon yesterday handed out home improvement grants to 22 constituencies who applied and qualified for the grant. Each homeowner received $15,000 in a distribution ceremony at the Point 14 Borough Corporation Town Hall. Edmund Dillon said that the grant will help homeowners who earn less than $5,000 a month. Well, congratulations to those homeowners who have received a grant of $15,000. It would help them to repair their home. Let's hope that they repair their homes. You know, that's a big thing, you know. That's a big thing, you know. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed. Let me get down and work out a little math here.
Talk to me.
With Mali. Check the timing of this corruption when it started. So now, the PNM want to say that they're so good now that they're clamping down on corruption and in ministers and everything. But I feel they set up the woman to make them look good. Check it out and you go see for yourself.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something. I wonder if Mr. Marlene McDonald is going to explain to the Prime Minister and to the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago where and how did she acquire her wealth. You know why I say that? Hundreds of thousands of dollars was signed off to a company by checks, and the company did not exist. So I want to know if the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, just how you're going after the drug men and the kingpin and the gangsters to explain their wealth. I wonder if you are going to ask Miss Marlene McDonald to come out and explain to the law of Trinidad and Tobago how did you acquire your wealth, because your name are being called in fraud allegations. The last time I checked, fraud is a crime. It is defrauding. I want you all to also remember, remember Marlene McDonald was instead of HDC. What was the name before HDC? Somebody call and tell me that. Call her, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed Ali.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Could I talk to you off air, please?
Leave your contact with my operator and we'll get back to you. Was Marlene the Minister of Housing in another housing organization before HDC was formed? Can somebody call in and tell me which one? Huh? So I want to ask the Attorney General on air, are you going to ask Marlene McDonald to explain her wealth and how she acquired it? Follow the money. Didn't you say that? You're following the money? Good. Now the public. The Republic of Trinidad and Tobago wants to know now, how did Marlene McDonald acquire her wealth? 2 days after charges were laid against Marlene McDonald and her partner, MP, Marlene McDonald and 3 others finally accessed their bail. Whoa, good, okay. McDonald, who is hospitalized at the St. Clair Medical Center for an unknown medical condition, remains there. Her common-law husband, Michael Carew, viewers, along with Victor and Edgar, who was also charged, are in prison awaiting for their bail bond to be brought to the prison for them to be freed. Listen this, eh? I'm going to love this one, you know. Marlene McDonald's bail bond will be taken to her at hospital. Are you listening? Her bail bond will be taken to her in the hospital. So that when she is discharged, she can go home. Let me tell you something. I don't want to see them. Come back to me. Come back to me. She is on alleged fraud charge with documents surfacing. She is in the hospital. And to tell you how things so good with this woman, they're carrying her bail bond to her in the hospital to sign it. So when they discharge she going straight home. All I could get it better than that, Trinidad? All I just want to know why I just come here and hit so hard? How come? How come when somebody else is on a criminal charge and they end up in hospital, how come their bail bond don't go to them? Talk now. Boy, let me tell you something. I wish tonight was Fire Friday, you know. Talk now. What kind of special treatment is that? Who is favoring who? You tell me. Who is favoring who? Call a good night.
A very good evening again, Saeed. The HDC was formerly called the National Housing Authority, NHA.
NHA. Thank you, my friend. I wanted the public to know that now. She was the minister in housing in NHA. And they closed down that department. And they opened HDC now. Who is favoring who now? You all be the judge. How the hell? How the hell your bail bond could be brought to the hospital for you to sign it? You ain't have one foot. You ain't have one hand. Eh? All I think about it now. Who favoring who? As Trini would say, who curry favoring who? And now start, you know. Call a good night.
Hello, good night, Said. Saeed, I only hope my tax dollar ain't paying for a medical bill for Sheen Hospital because it already pay a lot for coffee. And I want to investigate that.
We ain't hearing nothing about stroke man wife, you know. We ain't hearing nothing about that, you know. Who name you think was on the check? Who you think signed off on the check? Eh? The only place you get in Real Talk is on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Monday to Friday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Who curry favoring who? All you didn't know that? Well, now all you know. So tomorrow the talk of the town should be, how come Marlene bail bond meeting her in the hospital and the rest of them in jail? Waiting for their bond to come to them. Talk now. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Yes, sir. I was 3 years ago, I was back up in Seoul. So they give us ticket on the STV ticket on the Venchino. When they before we rent the car, the ticket, I didn't know about that. 2-3 months after they come on Friday evening before they pay the ticket. They lock up the Friday, Saturday, Sunday to go to court Monday. Don't care what tell them, I'll come to court or I'm going to pay the ticket. Don't worry, you lock up Friday, Saturday and Sunday and go to court Monday. We say that to Thursday and she get there on she bed. Thank
you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. How? So because the woman's sick and in bed, all you carry she bail bond to the hospital, why all you can't wait till she come out? Eh? She's so good. She's a queen. She's a god. Now all of this know why I just come here and be banging on people in authority? That is for all you who like to be fooled all the time. Take that now and drink it with water. Well, first time I hearing that in Trinidad history. But other prisoners, it couldn't happen like that, you know. But are you walking with crutch? Or you're in wheelchair? They carrying you. You know them one crutch man is... You have to go before the magistrate. So what happened to McDonald? Call her good night.
Good night, Saheed. Calling from Marima. Saheed, what I would like to know is that you, Ian Allen, Ishmael, and all the other talk programs, I only hope we're not talking, and we're not reaching nowhere. We want to reach somewhere. And another thing is, Saheed, why does the person Marlene in the back? Marlene did something that is not right. Why the person she in the back? Let me hear you do something and the person in the front? Why the person she in the back? She's so good, she's so high, she's so mighty. That the person she in the back? Why? I can't understand that. Rowley doesn't say the law is, no one is above the law.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And hear this now. I hear talk in her constituency that they're feeling sorry for her. Let me tell you something. All you ain't inheriting 1 cent from her. All you're sorry while all you're eating salt and fig. While all you're eating salt and fig, them jumping up with champagne. How you call it? Moet? You eat salt and fig, day. Eat salt and fig and feel again at a taste of that champagne, you lie. Now all I want to know why I just get on? Swallow that. Let crib go down. She getting her bail bond in the hospital bed. Now all I wanted to know why. Side push for no bail? The caller asked for production just now? Like you miss when I get the 5 legislations passed and after I come and I top it off with no bail. You missed that. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But do join me for another Real Talk with Saieed Ali from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. A rerun of this program is tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Synergy. Viewers, be safe and enjoy.